best in the business. Just wondering why. Wish they would have of an early dismissal of the opener, 31 for 1 in 4.1, so going at a very good pace. The next fixture is against England here at Trent Bridge, and they go and meet Sri Lanka at Bristol at Taunton versus Australia, and then the big one, 16th June versus India.
Interesting bowler. Cottrell, big strong man, member of the Jamaica Defence Force, and decent athlete, but we've observed his action and the way he collapses that front leg. Yeah, as he goes forward, you can see so much bend in that front leg, and the looseness of the upper part of the action leads to inconsistency of pace and sometimes control. Talked for a number of years about tightening up the action as he runs in the arms. Johan Blake was here yesterday, and he'll be here sometime today, Jamaican sprinter, medalist, and he talked about getting the arms in closer to use the aerodynamics of the run-up to Sheldon Cottrell, as a sprinter would do, arms close to the body.
Continue with the fixtures list. West Indies. Next opponent will be Australia, South Africa, England. Heavyweights they play against in the first few days of this World Cup.
So easy on the eye, Babarazzi.
It's a big stage. World Cup. It's an ex-World Cupper. They can vouch for the fact that the butterflies in their tummy. You want to do well, the stage is set for you to become a star, and I think that is what he should be thinking at this stage. This has got to be his run to success, Babar Azam. All what he has achieved in ODI internationals got to make sense now that he's playing the World Cup. It has got to be this stage where he needs to tell the world how good he is. Stats are staggering. Can he be the match winner for Pakistan with the bat? After 5, 33 for the loss of 1.
Sir, how did you survive this?
Well, ask her. She was in charge.
जब भी लोन की जरूरत हो ना, पैसाबाजार.com पे जाओ, सभी बैंक में से बेस्ट ईएमआई वाला लोन चूज करो, जट से लोन अप्रूवल, फट से पैसा आपके अकाउंट में. पैसाबाजार.com.
प्यूरो हेल्दी सॉल्ट, केमिकल फ्री, 100% नेचुरल. इसमें है 84 कुदरती मिनरल्स. प्यूरो हेल्दी सॉल्ट, नमक हेल्दी तो फैमिली हेल्दी.
The two bowlers used so far, Sheldon Cottrell, Jason Holder. We have a change now in addition to that list, as Andre Russell gets his first over. Very deceptive, Andre Russell, even with the knee injuries that he's had. Sometimes he hobbles in, but such strong shoulders. Hits the pitch hard, gets bounce.
Played down the wrong line. I think he played the length, wanted a run through mid-wicket. You can get drawn into such shots on a pitch like this.
dismissals versus seam in the power play in the recently concluded England-Pakistan series. It's about fifth stump for a couple of them.
Problem is that you've got to catch him raw when he's young at the crease, otherwise he can absolutely dent you. Good against spin. He's got the temperament to get hundreds also, and he'll get those runs at a high strike rate as well. Very dangerous player once he gets settled and gets going.
No Evan Lewis in the West Indies lineup today. Injured his wrist batting yesterday. They say it's not serious. Nicholas Puran gets his outing today. Well done by O'Shane Thomas.
He only played 8 balls, Babar Azam, and it's looked in tremendous touch. We've seen a cover drive, we've seen a couple of flicks, we've seen the cut shot. Plenty of range when you're analysing him. Stood tall and hit it down.
Got him! He is sharper than you think, Andre Russell. Those broad, muscular shoulders, too quick for Fakhar Zaman.
Yeah, did surprise him with a very quick bouncer. He wasn't really ready for it. Probably tried to hit it a little too hard as well. But it's a big dent. Losing Fakhar, who's batting so well, is going to cost Pakistan. Yeah, he used his shoulder, hit the grill, hit the stumps. Singers were off and he was off as well. Tremendous strike. Surprised him with a vicious bouncer, and well, he's been dismissed. Gone after a promising 22, 35 for 2.
बंबई से पूना जा रहे हैं मैच देखने, क्योंकि आरके बंबई नहीं आ सकता।
बेटा 83 में साथ में मैच देखा था, तभी इंडिया जीती।
अगला वर्ल्ड कप आने तक हम तो नहीं अंकल जी, आप लोग ऐसे ही साथ खेलोगे तो सबकी सेंचुरी पक्की है जी। हाँ जी, 6 रन मिल गए। ਹੁਣ हर ऊबर राइड विच रन्स बनाओ, रिवॉर्ड पाओ, तो इंग्लैंड जाओ। इस बारी फैंस नहीं जितना है।
राजू भाई एक परफ्यूम स्प्रे देना।
गैस वाला है बिना गैस वाला?
पूछने की क्या बात है, बिना गैस वाला।
बिना गैस वाला फॉग।
फॉग है तो और क्या चाहिए?
A world where we supersedes me. Chivas, win the right way.
Very measured player, has had his share of knee injuries, but wonderful average. He is, I tell you, he is deceptive. I think people would hate facing him with that lumbering run. 35 for 2.
Amazon Prime पे you get blockbuster movies और एड फ्री म्यूजिक ये भी मिलता है।
हाँ मिलता है।
और फास्ट डिलीवरी भी। और ये सब ₹129 में। Do you think I'm a fool?
Yes, Papa. Amazon not a kid.
यकीन कीजिए, Amazon Prime पर मिलते हैं फास्ट डिलीवरी, ब्लॉकबस्टर मूवीज एंड एड फ्री म्यूजिक, सिर्फ ₹129 per month. It's time for Prime.
आपके बच्चों को भी दीजिए लर्निंग का करेक्ट फॉर्मूला। Just download Byju's, the all-new and personalized learning app.
Come fall in love with learning.
Wasim Akram and Mark Nicholas.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Bish. Certainly enough pace in the pitch without it being a quick pitch, just to keep the batsman honest. And we saw this here with a ball that did for. Whoa. I don't think any of us had
and then done by the quick bouncer.
Here's a good player, mind you. Babar Azam has time to play. It's been done a bit. There is, and I know everybody's saying what a super pitch it is for batting. I think there's something there. One of those you put in, you get out. The great Australian player Mark Waugh always used to say there's no such thing as a flat pitch, on the basis that if the bowler puts enough in, he'll get something out. I think that's what's happening here.
Especially under these overcast conditions, you can see this ball actually seemed pitched and then went across the right-hander.
Well, the risks in that could have been, well, Mohammad Azharuddin, for example, couldn't it? Remember how Azhar used to use those strong wrist where Azhar, like that thing would whip away to square leg.
Very different player to bowl Mohammad Azharuddin was. One of the greats of the game. Let's have a look at this shot. That's what, when we talk about wrist, using your wrist as a batsman, that's how you do it.
Javed could play that shot too, couldn't he, with what player he was. All throughout this World Cup, I think we'll be reminiscing on some of these guys. And four. Just a little uppish and stuff, but I think you sort of go hard enough, that old adage. Hadim Harris Sahel, another one with a fine record, by the way. It's 40 for 2.
पता है 4 बॉल में 7 रन चाहिए, पता है 3 बॉल में 1 रन, पता है 1 बज रहा है।
गूगल ऐप पे टैप कीजिए और सर्च बार के नीचे आपका जो इंटरेस्ट है वो अपने आप दिखेगा।
पता है कल भी मैच है, पता है।
राजू भाई फॉग ही क्यों चलता है? क्योंकि फॉग का परफ्यूम अच्छा है, दमदार है और लंबे समय तक चलता है। और क्या चाहिए?
और क्या चाहिए? बिना गैस वाला फॉग।
फॉग है तो और क्या चाहिए?
And out, and Babar Azam, Haris Sahel. Safraz is down, coming next. Whether he will or not, he might just push Mohammad Hafiz above him. It'd be interesting to see. He moves himself around the order.
I think the plan is that Sarfaraz will bat at number 5 and Hafiz will bat at number 6. And I thought they'll play Mohammad Asif today. Beg your pardon, Asif Ali, because he's a power hitter. He comes at number 5 or 6, especially in last 15 overs. Now we don't have a power hitter in this batting order. Okay, we have all-rounders, Shadab and Imad batting at number 7 and 8.
Yes, he looked very dangerous in the matches against England when they finally picked him. I'm surprised too. Anyway, let's have a look at Fakhar, who likes to get forward. See, I mean, it's a remarkable cut shot over extra cover off the front foot. But the problem with it is that when you've got someone with a bit of pace who surprises you, you get stuck, you're out of position, you've nowhere to go. The great players who forward first used that as a springboard to get back, didn't they? You know, Viv and Ricky Ponting and people, just a little forward press and then they can spring back.
So you as a batsman, do you change your strategy according to the bowler situation, if it's 140 plus, 150 plus?
Definitely. Yeah.
Because he didn't, Fakhar didn't. He was playing the same against every bowler. Andre Russell, as Bish said, and as we know, he's very sharp. He's sharper than he looks.
Obviously, it depends on your level of talent and how quick you see the ball. Those of us with lesser talent definitely had to readjust and adapt to the bowler and the pace of the surface. Others, there's no doubt that there are others who want to get at the ball. They want to come and meet the ball. You know, you talk about the best players that you've bowled to. You talk about Martin Crowe as one. He certainly had a back and across move, whereas others you bowled to almost as good had a little forward press.
Attacking field set. Another short delivery, another dot ball. They've got plenty of overs to go. They need the partnership, Pakistan, at this stage of the game. 42 for 2. This is Russell this innings. Every delivery so far he's bowled. He's into his second over. He's bowled about 11 deliveries and all of them are short.
And that's why you can hear that boo. The Pakistan crowd, or the section of the Pakistan crowd, which is a strong element in this ground, think that the umpires have allowed Russell to get away with too many short balls. And they're making their feelings clear.
They've got plenty of support here, Pakistan. They will get support in England wherever they play, wherever they go. Either it's Leeds, either it's Headingley, or either it's Old Trafford or Lords or the Oval.
See, another one. And they've let him get away with that too. Wow. A lot of balls halfway down there. Waz would have loved that. 42 for 2.
आज ट्राई करे कासा डीला
लसाग ने भी मंगा ले.
Good choice.
The batsmen are taking a risk here.
दाल खिचड़ी भी ऑर्डर कर ले.
आलू जीरा भी.
Oh, that's well played.
Try something new with Swiggy Match Day Mania discounts. Swiggy, what a delivery.
कार को बाय बाय बोलने का टाइम जब आए, ड्राइव टू कार्स 24. एक विजिट में कार बेचिए.
Bye bye drive.
1 करोड़ का टर्म लाइफ इंश्योरेंस policybazaar.com पे सिर्फ 490 रुपए महीने मिल रहा है, तो टालो नहीं, ले डालो. policybazaar.com.
MRF ZLX. Comfort made more comfortable.
Whistle it past his nose a bit. Here's Carlos Brathwaite into the attack. Brathwaite made a name for himself in the World T20 final in Kolkata. That extraordinary assault on Ben Stokes in the final over when it seemed as if all was lost. He hasn't reached such heights since. Very useful performance. He's a highly competitive cricketer, but you almost wonder how you could reach those heights again, that it put him on top of the billing and there's nowhere else to go in a way.
Skipper Holder was very expensive, 2 overs for 20. Russell 2 overs, 1 wicket and conceded just 4 runs. I mean, this is sort of a pitch, Mark, where you as a bowler just bowl short of a length, consistent, and then obviously a bit of variations, especially at this stage of the game when the opposition is under pressure. Pakistan team is under pressure. They're trying to build a partnership now because of 44 for 2. We are into 9th over.
When you say this is the situation in which you'd bowl short of a length, do you mean you really wouldn't try to get it too full and swing it?
Early on, maybe to a new batsman. This is the Pakistani plan, obviously. The point I was talking about in Mark is power play run rate, 4.45. And this day and age, every team, I think, probably over 6 or over 7 in first 10 overs, most probably. Coming back to your question, as a bowler, obviously, you look at the situation, you look at the opposition, you look at the batsman. Now they're 2 down, you can attack now, you can pitch it up a bit, have 1 slip, maybe not 2, maybe 1 slip and just attack. But I'm talking about the partnership has built, then short of back of a length. That's not happening in one-day cricket nowadays. I've seen in last month or so, some bowler comes in, bowls 3 good deliveries back of a length, and then he bowls a slow ball. I'm all for variation, but there's a time and a place. So coming back to again Pakistan's run rate in power play, first 10 overs. Yesterday game against England, they lost a wicket on the first over. Imran Tahir got Bairstow, and then Joe Root came. He just played proper cricketing shots. The run rate was 6, 7 and over, so there was no pressure. 9 overs gone, 45 for 2.
बेटा आज नहीं तो कल तुम्हें भी लाइट्स बदलनी पड़ेंगी, तब सीलिंग भी डैमेज होगी.
पापा फिलिप्स लगवा रहा हूँ, फॉल सीलिंग डैमेज नहीं होगी.
फिलिप्स का नया सीलिंग सिक्योर डाउनलाइट, लगाना आसान, जरूरत पड़े तो बदलना आसान, बिना फॉल सीलिंग डैमेज किए तो
बाय बाय सिंह साहब.
इनोवेशन एंड यू, फिलिप्स.
हार्ट के लिए हेल्दी ऑयल, हेल्थ के साथ नो कॉम्प्रोमाइज. तो फिर नमक के साथ कॉम्प्रोमाइज क्यों? हेल्दी नमक, कौन सा? प्यूरो हेल्दी सॉल्ट, केमिकल फ्री, 100% नेचुरल. प्यूरो हेल्दी सॉल्ट, नमक हेल्दी तो फैमिली हेल्दी.
Dream on, give it the best of you. You wanna make it large, it starts with you. Make it.
Seagram's Royal Stag Mega Music. It's
get everybody so close together and able to interact. And you'll certainly get very few places where you'll get so much support for the various nations playing. Essentially, if you're playing in India, you're going to get a lot of Indian support at the matches, but less support for some of the other countries. For example, the same in West Indies. In England, because of the diversity, you're going to get terrific support at all the grounds for all the teams, and that's going to lift the tournament. So, high-octane cricket, very emotional support to go with it.
Still 2 slips in place. He's got fine leg back on the boundary, slightly wider, and square leg is in front of the umpire, saving 1. So attacking field set from West Indies, and Russell has been bowling just short. It's becoming too predictable, but Pakistani batsmen in a defensive mode, so either they're trying to leave it or to block it. That's the field set.
Not just Babar Azam who's getting a pounding from Andre Russell, is it? It's a real statement. Oh, the old South African, the avuncular South African, rare Erasmus, just keeping an eye on things, but by no means showing a strict hand. Has he done it again? He has! Andre Russell with game-changing stuff. The thing flew through. Taken at what? Neck, chin height by the wicketkeeper. Terrific stuff. Shai Hope takes the catch and Andre Russell is the striker.
What a delivery. 90 miles per hour the previous delivery was. And he had no chance. Look at this shot of a leg, look at the bounce, and look at the carry to the keeper. Faint edge, straight to the keeper. Second wicket to Andre Russell. Pakistan here under the power. Haris Sohail departs for 8. Pakistan now 45 for 3.
Take a little trip with me, I'm gonna take you home.
Take a little history.
Take a little
down this lane of memories.
down this lane.
Cause little did we know the good times come and go, but the best is yet to come.
यार फॉगी क्यों?
एक तो फॉग का परफ्यूम अच्छा है,
अच्छा
दमदार है
और
लंबे समय तक चलता है. और क्या चाहिए? दीपिका
बिना गैस वाला फॉग.
फॉग है तो
और क्या चाहिए?
Hyundai Venue, connected to excitement.
ये बीमारी से तो बच गया. आया. लेकिन अस्पताल के बिल के बोझ से दब गया. इसलिए हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस टालो नहीं. PolicyBazaar.com से ले डाल. 5 लाख का हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सिर्फ 500 रुपए महीने में.
Anyway, he's a competitive player and he needs to be at his best here. He needs to get stuck in behind the ball, just hold off West Indies for a bit. This is difficult against Andre Russell. Bowling with great physical strength. Pretty good brain. He knows exactly what he wants to achieve. A gully's come in. 3 fielders, 5 of them actually, saving 1 on either side of the wicket. Bowled.
This is good bowling. This was a wicket. Look at this. Look at the bounce and look at the carry. 90 miles per hour delivery. And then, to show you the replay. Different angle.
summer evenings. But there's a real problem for Pakistan. No momentum. 10 overs gone, 45. That's almost exactly their average since winning the Champions Trophy in the first 10-over power play. So there we go. One power play done. Field can drop out, though that West Indies aren't dropping people out. With Gale at slip, 3 saving a single in the covers, 2 saving a single at mid-wicket and mid-on. They're saying to Pakistan, you've got to make the play here.
Absolutely, they've got to keep up the pressure on Pakistani. There, 45 for 3 they are. Partnership is required. Babar is looking okay, 12 of 21. Captain just walked out. And what a spell from Russell. 3 overs, 1 made in, 4 runs and got 2 top-order wickets.
I'm always surprised when they set the field back. Sides that are worried about big hitters. Better to close in, deny singles, bit of claustrophobia. Here's the old bouncer Yorker, 1-2. So the new batsman comes in and thinks, oh, don't I look at those short balls, and he gets one of them. Brilliant from Russell, and actually well handled first up by Safraz. He dropped it. He dropped it. That is a chance, no question. A little ankle job. Never easy. Shimron Hetmar is such a natural cricketer. You reckon he'd pull off the most difficult ones more often perhaps than the easier ones. It went in and it dropped out. The second grade didn't quite save the day either. That is a big position in one-day cricket. Behind square on the offside, you've got to be sharp.
Busy play, Sarfaraz. Pakistan under pressure right now. They've lost 3 wickets. We are into 11th over. Batsman to come is Hafiz at number 6.
Can you imagine? Whereas I've just got to. They dropped Baba, you know. Of all the players in the Pakistan side, you don't want to drop. Baba Azam has the quality to play the big innings, has the temperament to cope with the trauma.
Ball came slower than he expected, maybe because he's not very quick breath weight, isn't he? So he met the ball earlier.
Sides, and that's on that from Safraz. 50 comes for Pakistan. From 11 overs, 50 for 3 now.
हिमालय फिर चले भटकने?
भटकने नहीं, सिद्धि प्राप्त करने। सिद्धि प्राप्त होगी तो जिंदगी को नेविगेशन मिलेगा, और आपने जो ये ट्रिप स्टार्ट की है उसे डेस्टिनेशन मिलेगा पापा। मसाला लगेगा तो मजा बढ़ेगा।
पेश है नया मसाला स्प्रिंकल्ड मोनाको पिज्जा और क्रैक जैक बटर मसाला।
Let your children learn खास उनकी स्पीड पे। Just download Byju's, the all new and personalized learning app.
Come fall in love with learning.
healthy salt, chemical free, 100% natural. इसमें है 84 कुदरती मिनरल्स, प्यूरो हेल्दी सॉल्ट, नमक हेल्दी तो फैमिली हेल्दी।
Change of bowling now.
Well, Russell 2 for 4 from 3 overs. You don't need to know much more than that. We've only had 10 overs of the match, and he's already made mighty. Global audiences, but a cricketer to watch. Got some smarts about him.
He's a regular keeper as well, and a very dangerous player in any format. Nicholas Pooran, treat to watch. Like Mark just said, nobody knows him as much, but he's very young. We'll get to know him.
Shot. Bit predictable, the short ball there. Man just loosening up. He's a big heavy man too. Lithe sort of bowlers can maybe risk a bumper early on, but not the guys who've got to fire that engine up.
Babu is a very strong player on the short pitch delivery. We've just seen the stat. His scoring rate is 64% against the short deliveries, and that's very, very important stat for bowlers. If you're going to bowl him short, bowl him just above his shoulder's head, like Andre Russell did.
Yeah, for him to bowl short, he has to bang the ball into the pitch. And he has to use a lot of physical effort. Just ain't ready to do it yet. He's an interesting guy. I've seen him warm up a lot, and I've seen him bowl live on a few occasions. As I say, he's a very big frame, very big build, and he sort of hits the bat really very hard. That's one of the key things, jarring that bottom hand. Very promising young cricketer. Nice crowd in without the ground being full as yet. The ticket sales for this tournament were remarkable, best ever. 95% of all of